A lot of the kung fu nerds and shit down there are always talking about kicking someone in the shin. And a lot of people have asked me about the kick to the calf, which is, you know, below the knee. This guy in his socks and flip-flops. Let's look at it. Yeah, we'll go here. Come on. What we always come back to when we talk about stuff like this for self-defense is the difference between combat sport and self-defense is not necessarily that punches hurt more one place than the other or takedowns hurt. Actually, wrestling hurts worse here. If you slammed me, it would hurt worse. Feinting and setups and leg kicks and shit like that. There's considerations you have to make when you're outside. Things are different. The reason that leg kicks and stuff like that and calf kicks and things can work is because I maybe have established your timing. Like if we were fighting and I kind of see what you do when I do this, maybe I give you a little oblique kick to the shin, maybe I give you a calf kick here. I have time to kind of see what happens, and then if I mess it up and you rush me right now, I can like, maybe you knock me down or maybe you take me down, but the consequences are not as dire, so you can try shit out. But if you have established some range on a person, and if you're in a long protracted thing where your hands are up and their hands are up, this is probably not self-defense. So this will apply if you box, kickbox, do MMA, and you want to add a calf kick in. You're going to do everything the same that you do for your leg kick. We still want to land with our shin. Excuse my technique here. It might look kind of funny, but my arm's stuck like this. Go lower, but the problem is that changes that angle. We've talked about this before. Now, don't move your feet. I won't move my feet. I'll come right back to here. If I want to get a little further, I have to change this angle and make it more conducive to what I want to do. I'm going to squat on this leg and go lower. And then this goes further. But now this requires you to have some kind of leg strength and balance, mobility. Not everybody can do that, but it can add range. If I'm too far away to kick this leg the right way, but I squat, boom, then I get it. Now what is this? This can be debilitating, but this is something that you have to do a couple times. Bang! Bing! And yes, it's painful. Inside, same thing. You run the risk of your foot. I feel like when I do this, my feet hit a lot more because if I'm getting close enough to actually land my shin, I'm in trouble here. It requires me to really know your timing or make you really respect my strikes. Maybe I've kicked you and then I come back up with this, so it gives you reason not to immediately rush in when I do this. So that kind of makes it not that great for self-defense because you don't have that kind of time to establish a rhythm and timing. But the shin kick for self-defense is legit. And it's not because, I'm not going to tell you guys, we've already been over this oblique kick, breaking the ankle is bullshit. That's nonsense. But what we can do is, all right, bad guy in his socks and flip-flops. First of all, if you're fighting a guy in socks and flip-flops, he ain't doing shit anyway. You just run away. He can't chase you. This can serve as a check of his range, right? If he rushed me and shot in on me or tackled me or whatever, maybe that'd be a problem. But you've also got like a Superman style punch off of this. We go boop, bing. I guess I should show this one. We go boop, bing. Like that. People don't think about that.
Guys in street fights, their guard is like
this. You can use this to get a little, if he's leaning back, you can use that to get closer. Check out that footwork, Maddox, see if you can get that. We touch and go. My hands are up to guard, but this checks that. Maybe you throwing a left kick or you're showing the kick or whatever. I can stop it and get closer. That's going to look like hoo-woo to some MMA guys, but if they really think about it, they probably do stuff like this subconsciously. All right, we're using this just as a way to bridge the gap. I guess to wrap up for like self-defense, this kick, and we talked about this with the leg kick, maybe that just might give you enough if you're on the fence. If you've pushed me, right? If we're having some kind of problem, and then you're like, come on, motherfucker, let's go. And I just go, wah! And then you're like, oh, I wasn't really sure I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
That might be enough.
But leg kick somebody who does not get kicked on a regular, you're fucking something else.
Oh my God. Yeah, but on the flip side, you also have to understand that if they're really intent on hurting you, they might not acknowledge that you've done that much damage to them because they might not, if someone gets hit in the head, they know, oh shit, I got hit in the head. That's a problem. Yeah. They get hit in the leg, they might think, hey, stop that kicking shit. Yeah. Up close, a kick below the knee to the shin or to the calf or to the instep, it's going to be difficult to do enough damage to stop him. If we're in a clinch or he's like choking me or grabbing me, or maybe we're fighting like wrist control, like we're fighting over our hands or something like that, I'm not going to like drop him with this. But when you do this, if you start kicking a person enough, it might give you enough space so you could do your stuff that you want to do, right? Or make him distracted, or you start setting up the trips. I'll link the video we did on those trips from there. But they're just a setup. Don't think that you're going to go boom and the guy's going to go like, oh man, never mind. Yeah. Now, if you want more fitness tips, self-defense techniques, gear reviews, as well as concepts and principles that make you hard to hurt, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and never, ever, ever wear socks with flip-flops.